Have you noticed it lately? Getting up from a chair feels slower. You take a moment before stepping off a curb. You reach for the railing, just in case. And part of you wonders, am I getting weaker? You're not alone. And no, it's not just age. It's your body giving you a quiet warning. You're starting to lose strength. You're starting to lose balance. And if you ignore that signal, over time, you could lose something far greater, your independence. Because here's what most people don't realize. We don't suddenly need a cane, a walker, or help to stand. It happens gradually, when we stop challenging our legs, when we stop working on balance, when we accept slowing down as normal. But what if I told you, there's a way to stop that decline? Even better, what if you could reverse it? Doctors now agree. Just 5 minutes a day of the right movements can protect your strength, improve your balance, and keep you independent for years, maybe decades longer. And you don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, you just need to start today. In this video, I'll show you a simple, powerful routine you can do right at home. It's helped thousands of seniors stay active, mobile, and confident, and it can help you too. But you must watch to the end, because I'll explain why these movements matter more than any pill, and how just one test can predict your future mobility. So don't pause, don't scroll, because what you learn in the next 30 minutes could save your strength, your freedom, and your life. Let's talk about something no one likes to admit out loud, but nearly everyone over 70 has felt it. That moment when you try to get out of a chair and realize you're pushing off with your hands. Or when you take a step and feel just a little uncertain. So you reach for a wall, or a counter, or someone's arm. Not because you have to, but because your body told you, play it safe. Most people think aging hits like a lightning bolt, sudden, obvious. But the truth is, it's more like a slow leak. You don't notice it until the damage is done. Here's what really happens. You stop moving as much. You walk a little less. You sit a little longer. You avoid bending, reaching, stairs, curbs. You tell yourself it's no big deal. You're just being careful. But the body doesn't hear, I'm being careful. It hears, I don't need this strength anymore. So, it lets it go. That's what doctors call sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. And it starts quietly, as early as age 30. By the time you're 70, you may have lost 25 to 30% of your muscle mass. By 80, it can be over 50%. That's not just aging, that's detraining. It's what happens when we stop challenging our muscles and balance. It's the result of doing less, not being less. And here's the most dangerous part. You don't feel it until it's already changing how you live. You stop going for long walks. You say no to family hikes or travel. You skip the stairs, and then one day, you fall. But falls don't come from nowhere. They come from years of quiet weakening, silent imbalances, shrinking strength. They come from losing the confidence that you once had in your body. And when confidence goes, so does independence. Here's a number you need to know. 1 in 3 adults over 65 will fall this year. And for many, that one fall leads to hospitalization, long-term care, and loss of freedom. But let's stop here, because this isn't meant to scare you. This is your wake-up call, because the beautiful, powerful truth is, you're not stuck. This decline, it's reversible. It's not too late. Science now proves, even in your 70s, 80s, even 90s, your body can rebuild strength. Your muscles can grow, your balance can improve, your confidence can return. But only if you start, only if you move, only if you stop waiting for the right time and begin now. The good news? You don't need a gym. You don't need machines or mirrors or spandex. You just need a chair, 5 minutes, and a mindset that says, I'm not done yet. That's what this video is here to help you with. Not a fitness program, not a fad. A simple habit you can start today to keep what matters most tomorrow, your freedom, your strength, your dignity. So, if you've been feeling slower, or wobblier, or less confident when you move, Don't ignore it. Don't brush it off. Because what feels small now could become the thing that limits you later. But the good news, you can stop that trajectory right now with one small choice. And I'll walk you through exactly how. Let's begin. Let me take you back to a moment I'll never forget. My mom, her name is Lillian, was always strong. She was the kind of woman who'd carry groceries in both arms just to avoid making 2 trips. She walked every morning. She cooked standing up for hours. She never asked for help. But one afternoon, something changed. She called me, her voice quiet, and said, "I don't think I can make it up the stairs anymore." I froze. Not because of what she said, but because of how she said it. There was fear and frustration, and maybe even shame. I drove over that day. I watched her try to get up from the couch, and she had to rock her body twice before she could rise. She gripped the stair railing like her life depended on it. Her steps were small, careful. She wasn't walking anymore. She was surviving. And this was my mom. The woman who once danced in the kitchen while baking banana bread, who chased my kids around the backyard, who never said no to life. Now, she was scared of falling, scared of losing control, scared of what might come next. We went to the doctor. Nothing was broken, no illness, no injury, just muscle loss, he said. Normal for her age. But it didn't feel normal, not to her, not to me. And that's when something clicked. I went home that night and started researching everything I could find on aging, balance, muscle loss, what causes it, what reverses it. And I found something incredible. Study after study, expert after expert, all pointed to the same truth. Muscle loss may be common with age, but it's not inevitable. Balance can be retrained. Strength can be rebuilt, even after 70, 80, or 90. And the secret? Consistency. And the right kind of movement, just a few minutes a day. So we started, not with big workouts, not with weights or machines, just 5 minutes, every morning. Some days she didn't feel like it. Some days it was just 1 or 2 movements, but we kept going. Chair squats, step-ups, simple balance holds, gentle stretches, no rush, no pressure, no perfection, just movement. And something beautiful happened. After 2 weeks, she stood up from the couch without using her hands. After 1 month, she started walking to the mailbox again, without holding on to the wall. After 6 weeks, she climbed the stairs, slowly, yes, but on her own. But more importantly, she smiled again. She laughed more. She didn't look afraid anymore. One day she looked at me and said, "I feel like myself again. Not younger, not stronger than ever, just herself. Capable, independent, proud." That's when I knew this wasn't just exercise. It was liberation. She wasn't chasing fitness. She was reclaiming her freedom. And now I share this routine, this method, this message with anyone who's ever thought, "I guess this is just part of getting old," because it's not. Losing strength doesn't mean you've failed. It just means you've paused, and you can press play anytime, even now. So, if you're watching this and thinking of someone you love, someone who's slowing down, sitting more, avoiding movement, send them this video, or better yet, do it with them. Because 5 minutes a day might not sound like much, but for my mom, it gave her life back. And it just might do the same for you. Let's talk about the one thing that determines whether you stay independent or slowly begin to rely on others. It's not your age, it's not your blood pressure, it's not even your medical history, it's your muscle. Yes, muscle. That simple, powerful tissue is what lets you stand, walk, reach, bend, balance, and breathe freely. And when we talk about independence, we're really talking about muscle-based living. Here's what I mean. When you stand up from a chair without using your hands, that's your quads and glutes working. When you climb stairs without wobbling, that's hip stability and leg strength. When you walk down the hallway and turn quickly without falling, that's your core and balance muscles. Even something as basic as getting out of bed in the morning requires strength. Your arms, your abs, your shoulders, your back. Independence is not just about avoiding illness. It's about maintaining the strength to do things on your own. and that strength lives in your muscles. Unfortunately, most people don't think about muscle until it's already gone. They don't realize that. Muscle declines faster than almost any other system as we age. We start losing muscle mass as early as our 30s. And by the time we hit 70, most people have lost enough strength to affect their daily life, whether they feel it yet or not. But muscle doesn't disappear overnight. It disappears in tiny moments, choosing the elevator instead of the stairs, sitting a bit longer instead of standing to stretch, asking someone else to carry the laundry, pick up the bag, tie the shoes. Each of those choices, they seem small, but over months and years, they take a toll. Now, here's where the story changes. Muscle isn't gone forever. It's not like vision or hearing. It's not something you can't get back. In fact, muscle is one of the most responsive systems in your body, even in your 70s and 80s. Studies from institutions like Harvard and the National Institute on Aging show this clearly. Older adults who engage in even light strength-based movements 3 to 5 times per week regain muscle, improve balance, and reduce fall risk by over 40%. Even better, those same adults report higher energy, more confidence, better sleep, and improved mental focus. That's the ripple effect of muscle. It gives you more than strength. It gives you freedom. It gives you self-respect. It gives you control. You stop dreading long hallways. You stop fearing the bathtub. You start looking forward to walking, moving, living. And you don't need to become a weightlifter. You don't need hours of training. You don't need a gym membership. You just need to send your body the signal. I still need you. I still use you. I still want to move. And your body listens. That's the beauty of it. Now imagine this. You're 78. You stand up from the couch without thinking. You walk up the stairs without grabbing the rail. You carry your groceries. You get dressed with ease. You move through your home, your world, your life with confidence. That's not a fantasy. That's what happens when you preserve your muscle. And that's what this video is here to help you do. Because independence isn't just a feeling, it's a physical ability. And the more muscle you protect and rebuild, the more life you get to enjoy on your own terms. So if you've been thinking, I'm just getting older, try asking instead, how strong am I today compared to last year? How do I want to feel 1 year from now? Because the choices you make this week could decide how free, capable, and independent you are in the years ahead. And that power, it's already in your hands and in your legs. Let's put it to work. Movement 1, the sit-to-stand power. Move. Let's get to the heart of it. If you only did one movement every day to protect your strength and independence, this would be the one. It's called the sit-to-stand power move. And it's so simple, you might overlook just how powerful it is, but don't. Because this one movement alone activates your biggest, most important muscle groups. Your thighs, your glutes, your hips, your core, even your posture muscles. And here's the most important part. It directly translates into real-life independence. Think about it. Every time you get off a couch, a toilet, a bed, a car seat, you're doing a sit-to-stand. If you ever lose the ability to stand up without help, your freedom shrinks immediately. That's why doctors call this movement the gold standard test for lower body strength and functional aging. So, let's break it down. How to do it, what to avoid, and how to make it part of your daily routine. How to perform the sit-to-stand. Power move safely and correctly. Find a sturdy chair, preferably with no wheels, no cushions, nothing too soft or too low. Sit upright, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, knees bent at about 90 degrees, back straight, chest lifted. Hands resting gently on your thighs. Now, scoot forward slightly so you're near the edge of the chair. This helps engage the right muscles and avoids leaning too far back. Keep your arms in front of you. You can either cross them at your chest, reach straight ahead, or use a countertop for light balance at first. Now, slowly shift your weight forward into your feet. Your heels should stay grounded. Engage your thighs and glutes. Don't just push with your knees. Stand up smoothly without using your hands if possible. Go up with confidence, but not speed. No jerking or bouncing. Pause at the top. Stand tall, shoulders back, chest up. Now, slowly sit back down. This part is just as important. Lower yourself with control. Don't drop into the chair. That's one full repetition. Why this move works so well. Every part of this movement tells your body, I still use these muscles. Keep them strong. It improves strength in the legs and hips, balance during transitions, posture and core stability, joint mobility and muscle memory. And perhaps most importantly, it builds your confidence. Because every time you do this, you're not just working your legs. You're proving to yourself, I can still get up on my own. And that feeling, that's worth everything. How often should you do it? Start with 5 repetitions per day. That's it. Once it feels easier, increase to 10, then 15. Do it once or twice a day. Morning and evening are great. You can even pair it with daily activities. After brushing your teeth, before making your coffee. After meals, make it a part of your life, not a workout, a routine. Just like brushing your teeth protects your mouth. This protects your muscles and your movement. Common mistakes to avoid. Using momentum to launch up. This skips the muscles you're trying to build. Leaning too far forward or backward. Keep your chest up and back straight. Letting your knees cave inward. Try to track them over your toes. Dropping too fast when sitting. Control the descent, always. And if you can't get up without using your hands right now, that's okay. Use the arms of the chair to assist as you build strength. Over time, as you improve, reduce that reliance. Progress is progress. This one movement alone has helped thousands of older adults regain their strength, confidence, and independence. And now, it's your turn. Try 5 today, just 5. And tomorrow, do it again. Because each rep is not just a movement, it's a message. I still have power. I still have purpose. And I'm not done yet. Movement 2, step up strength. If the sit to stand is the king of daily independence, then the step up is its powerful partner. Why? Because stairs are everywhere. Front porches, doctor's offices, supermarkets, bathrooms. And for many people over 70, stairs become the moment they hesitate. Even just one step can make you second guess your balance, your legs, your safety. But what if that hesitation disappeared? That's what the step up strength exercise is designed to do. It targets the muscles that make stair climbing easier, safer, and more stable. And once you train those muscles, every step becomes less scary and more freedom-filled. Why the step up matters so much. When you climb stairs or step up onto a curb, your body relies on a team of key muscles. Quadriceps to push your body upward, glutes to stabilize your hips and power your lift, hamstrings to support the knee and balance the movement, core and calves to keep everything aligned and upright. When even one of those muscles weakens, you start to feel unsteady, unsure, and unsafe. The step-up exercise helps you regain that total body control, so you can take stairs with confidence again. How to do the step-up strength. Move. Find a low step or platform, something 4 to 6 inches high to start. A stair, exercise step, or even a low curb can work. Stand tall facing the step. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Use a wall or handrail for light balance if needed. Step your right foot onto the platform. Press down firmly through your heel. Your whole foot should land securely on the step. Push through your right leg to lift your body up. Bringing your left foot up to join it. Stand tall at the top. Chest up, shoulders back, core engaged. Now, step back down with your left foot first, then bring your right foot down. That's 1 rep. Repeat 5 to 10 reps per side, switching legs. Start slowly, controlled. Don't rush. This is about balance as much as strength. What makes this movement so effective? Because it trains both. The lifting motion, to build strength, the lowering motion, to build control and prevent falls. This second part, called eccentric strength, is what helps you step down from curbs or stairs without that wobbly feeling in your knees. Many falls happen while stepping down, not up. This exercise directly prepares you for that challenge. How often should you do this? Start with 5 reps per leg. Work up to 10 to 15. Do it once a day, every other day. Always listen to your body. You can increase intensity by holding lights, hand weights, using a slightly taller step, doing slower descents to build more control. If you have joint issues, start low. Use a very small platform or the bottom stair with support. Common mistakes to avoid: letting your knee cave inward, keep it aligned with your foot. Pushing off the back leg, focus on powering from the front leg. Rushing, slower is stronger. Stepping too close to the edge, always plant your foot solidly in the center. Remember, it's not a race. It's about retraining your muscles for the movements that matter in daily life. Real life benefits. You'll notice easier stair climbing, less knee pain, improved posture and hip stability, increased confidence when walking outside or on uneven surfaces. You'll move better, stand taller, and feel safer on every step. This move changes lives, not because it's fancy, but because it's functional. It helps you do something many take for granted: step up and down without fear. And once that fear is gone, you go more places. You say yes more often. You feel more alive. So give it a try today, just 5 per leg. And with every step, remind yourself, I'm climbing back into my strength. 1 rep at a time. Movement 3, the balance hold. Now, let's talk about something even more subtle than strength. Something that often fades without warning, but has the power to decide how safely and confidently you move through the world. Balance. We often don't notice it's going until it's already gone. You feel a little shaky getting dressed. You wobble stepping out of the car. You reach for walls just in case. But what if I told you? Balance can be trained, just like strength. And that a simple movement you can do in your living room right now could predict your future risk of falling? Let me introduce you to the balance hold. Why balance matters. More than most people realize, balance is your body's internal GPS. It tells you where you are in space, keeps you upright, steady, and safe. But as we age, that system dulls unless we train it. Poor balance isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. According to the CDC, 95% of hip fractures in older adults are caused by falls, and falls often come from poor balance, not weak legs alone. The good news? Just 10 seconds a day of intentional practice can help restore your body's ability to stabilize itself and help you move with more confidence than you've felt in years. How to do the balance hold 10-second test. Stand near a wall or sturdy surface. This is just in case you need support. Stand tall, feet shoulder-width apart. Relax your shoulders. Look forward. Lift 1 foot slightly off the floor, 2 to 4 inches. Doesn't need to be high, just enough so you're balancing on the other foot. Hold this position for up to 10 seconds. Time yourself. Switch legs and repeat. That's it. Simple, but powerful. What does it tell you? A large 2022 study found adults over 70 who couldn't hold a one-leg balance for 10 seconds were nearly 2.5 times more likely to experience serious health events or mortality in the next 7 years. That's not to scare you. That's to show you how deeply balance is connected to your longevity, how to train it, and improve fast. If you can't hold 10 seconds right now, don't worry, you can improve. Here's how. Start with just 5 seconds. Do it once per day, per leg. Gradually increase time as you get more stable. Try brushing your teeth on one leg. Practice near a kitchen counter or bed for safety. And once 10 seconds is easy, try closing your eyes or turning your head side to side while balancing. That's next level training for your nervous system. Tips for safe progress. Always train near support, safety first. Don't lock your knee, keep it soft, slightly bent. Engage your core, tighten your belly gently for more control. Breathe, don't hold your breath. You're not just working your legs, you're working your brain. Balance is neuromuscular. It's part physical, part mental. And like any skill, the more you use it, the sharper it becomes. Why? This movement completes the formula. The sit to stand builds raw strength. The step up builds power and control. The balance hold teaches your body how to stabilize. Together, these three form the foundation of independence. They're not about weight loss. They're not about looking younger. They're about staying in charge of your body and your life. And here's the best part. You don't need to spend hours at a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need to leave your house. You just need 5 minutes a day. One chair, one step, one strong decision. So, let's review your new habit. Sit to stand, 5 to 15 reps. Step up, 5 to 10 reps. Each leg, balance hold, 10 seconds per leg. That's it. Done daily, this tiny investment will give you back so much more. Strength, confidence, mobility, freedom. You'll walk stronger, stand taller, move safer, and feel like you again. So, please, don't wait. Start today. Because every rep, every second, every breath you give to these movements gives you back years of independence, and you deserve every single one of them. Part 5. What happens if you don't? Let's have a real conversation, not one meant to scare you, but one meant to wake you up, and maybe even save your future. We've spent the last few minutes talking about movement, simple exercises, easy habits, things that take 5 minutes a day but have the power to change your life. But here's the truth, many people don't want to hear. Not doing them has consequences, serious ones. And no, those consequences don't always show up in dramatic ways. Not at first. They creep in, quietly, subtly, gradually. And that's what makes them so dangerous. Let me walk you through what really happens when you stop moving with intention after 70. Not in medical terms, but in real-life moments you've likely already felt. 1. You start losing strength, and don't notice it right away. It starts simple. You push off the arms of the chair instead of standing straight up. You avoid carrying heavy grocery bags. You ask someone else to reach the top shelf. It feels like you're just being cautious, smart, practical. But here's what's really happening. Every time you choose not to use your strength, your body gets the signal. I don't need this muscle anymore. And slowly, your legs weaken. Your grip fades, your back gets stiffer, your arms tire quicker, until one day, you try to get out of a low seat, and you can't. Not without grabbing something, not without effort, not without fear. 2. You stop trusting your balance. At first, it's a little wobble when you reach for something on the floor. Then it's hesitation on the stairs. Then it's walking slower. Even if you don't say why, you stick to flat surfaces, you avoid curbs. You look down more than forward. And whether you realize it or not, your world begins to shrink. You decline invitations to places with stairs. You avoid walking in parks with uneven paths. You stop going out after dark, even with a flashlight. All because part of you feels unsure. And once your confidence in your own body starts to fade, everything else does too. 3. You become more dependent, slowly, subtly. You ask for help with the little things, carrying laundry, stepping into the tub, getting something from the car. Your children or spouse don't mind. Of course not. They love you. But inside, you start to wonder, am I becoming a burden? Am I losing myself? And those thoughts weigh heavy. Because it's not just about what you can't do. It's about how you feel when you realize you can't do it. You start doubting yourself. You stop trying. You give up just a little more each week. And suddenly, you find yourself watching life more than living it. 4. One fall changes everything. You've heard this before. Maybe too many times. But it's still true. One bad fall can take away your independence in an instant. A fractured hip, a broken wrist, a concussion. Maybe you recover physically, but emotionally, that fear never quite goes away. Every time you get up from a chair, every time you walk into the bathroom, every time you're home alone, that fear is there, and that fear holds you back. And when fear controls your body, you don't live freely anymore. You live cautiously, tightly, quietly. 5. Loss of movement leads to loss of health. What many people don't realize is that movement doesn't just affect muscles and bones. It affects your heart, your circulation, your digestion, your immune system, even your brain. When you stop moving regularly, your metabolism slows, your blood pressure rises, your sleep worsens, your memory declines, your mood suffers. You feel tired more often, irritable, foggy, disconnected from your body and from others. And this isn't a guess. It's proven by research from Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and dozens of aging studies. Inactivity accelerates aging. Movement preserves youthfulness from the inside out. 6. You lose joy. This might sound simple, even soft, but it's very real. When your body feels weak, stiff, or unsafe, you start avoiding the things that bring you joy. Dancing to your favorite song, walking barefoot on the beach, playing on the floor with your grandkids, traveling, gardening, even standing in the kitchen to cook your favorite meal. The body limits the mind, and when your body stops saying yes, your spirit does too. But there's good news, and I want you to hear this part louder than anything I've said before. It's not too late. Your body is listening. Your muscles are still alive. Your balance can still come back. Your confidence is still waiting inside you. You haven't missed your chance. You haven't lost your future. But you do have to act now, not next year, not when your doctor tells you to, not after a fall, right now, today. Because what happens if you don't is exactly what's already happening slowly, quietly, day by day. But what happens if you do? If you give just 5 minutes a day to these movements, you get stronger, you move better. Part 6. What viewers like you are saying. Sometimes the most powerful motivation doesn't come from research. It comes from people just like you. Seniors from all over the world, men and women in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s, who decided they weren't going to give up their strength. They weren't going to accept decline as normal. And they started with one simple thing, a 5-minute routine. Here's what they're saying. I'm 78. I couldn't get off the couch without pushing with both arms. Now, I do 15 sit-to-stands every morning. I feel stronger. I feel proud. Janet, Florida. After just 2 weeks, I caught myself walking upstairs without holding the rail. I actually stopped and smiled. I hadn't done that in years. Louis, California. I've been afraid of falling for years. These movements gave me back control over my own body. For the first time in a long time, I feel safe. Anita, Arizona. These aren't fitness gurus. They're parents, grandparents, retired teachers, nurses, truck drivers, artists, people from every walk of life. People who made one small change and got their freedom back. One woman said, I used to avoid going out because I was afraid of walking too far. Now, I walk the park loop with my dog every morning. I feel 10 years younger. Another man shared, after my fall last year, I thought I was done. But your video gave me hope. These movements gave me strength. I've gone 8 months without a stumble. And maybe the most touching. My grandson told me, Grandma, you're standing taller. And you know what? I am. This isn't hype. It's happening. Not in gyms, not in therapy centers, but in living rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, back patios. Real people, real results. Because strength doesn't come from age. It comes from consistency and belief and the decision to say, I'm not done yet. So, if you're still watching this video, know this. You're not the only one on this journey. There's a growing community of people choosing strength, movement, and independence every single day. And now, it's your turn. You've made it this far. That already says something powerful about you. You care about your health. You want to stay strong, independent, and in control of your life. And now you know that it's possible. But watching a video, even one this powerful, isn't what changes your life. What changes your life is what you do after the video ends. So, let's talk about your daily mission. Not a challenge, not a program, not a punishment. A mission. To protect what matters most. Your mobility, your strength, your freedom. And the best part? You don't need hours. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need to be in your 40s. You just need 5 minutes. 5 minutes of intentional movement. Every day, right at home. Let's make this simple. Your daily independence routine. 1. Sit to stand. Power move, 10 to 15 reps. Builds leg and glute strength, improves posture, and makes standing up easier every day. 2. Step up strength, 5 to 10 reps per leg, restores stair climbing ability, hip control, and builds balance through movement. 3. Balance, hold, 10 seconds per leg. Sharpens your brain-body connection, lowers your fall risk, and restores control and coordination. That's it. This is your foundation. Your non-negotiable. Your brush your teeth for the rest of your body. Because once you make this a habit, everything changes. You'll start noticing you stand taller, you move faster, you walk further, you feel more confident, you smile more, and the little things you used to avoid, they start to feel easy again. Stepping into a tub, reaching down for something on the floor, taking the stairs without second guessing. That's not luck. That's daily practice. How to make it stick. Here's the secret most people miss when building a habit. Don't wait for motivation. Create a cue. Pair your 5-minute routine with something you already do. After brushing your teeth, after making your morning coffee, right before or after your favorite show, as part of your wind down before bed. Stacking your new habit onto an old one makes it easier to remember and easier to do consistently. And if you miss a day, no guilt, no shame, just start again tomorrow. What matters is the rhythm, the practice, the decision to not give up on your body. A quick word about mindset. This journey isn't about perfection. It's not about doing every rep right or hitting 100%. It's about progress. It's about telling your body every day, I still need you, I still trust you, I'm still here, and I'm still strong. Because every time you stand up without help, every time you move with control, you're building something no one can take away from you. Confidence, independence, sparkles, joy. So, what now? Make the decision right now to do today's reps. Even just one of the movements, even just 3 minutes. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. And know that every rep, every second, every drop of effort, it all adds up. You are not too old, you are not too late, you are not too far gone, you're still here, and your comeback story, it starts today. Let's go. You've reached the end of this video, but really, this is just the beginning, because now, you're no longer in the dark. You know the truth. Strength can return, balance can improve. Your body is capable at any age, and more importantly, you have the tools to make it happen. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. You've learned 3 simple movements. You've seen the science, you've heard the stories, and now it's your turn. So, let me ask you something from one human to another. Are you ready to fight for your freedom, starting with just 5 minutes a day? Are you ready to wake up feeling stronger, not weaker? Are you ready to live with confidence again? Because this isn't just about muscles. This is about life, saying yes to travel, yes to grandkids, yes to long walks, short stairs, deep breaths, and full days. You deserve that. But no one can make this choice for you. Not your doctor, not your kids, not even me. Only you can decide. So here's what I want you to do next. Checkmark comment. I'm starting below. Let this be your commitment. Share this video with someone you love. And subscribe, because this isn't the last time we'll be walking this road together. This channel is here for you, with weekly tips, motivation, exercises, and real stories from people just like you. Because aging doesn't mean fading, it means focusing, choosing what matters, letting go of fear, and leaning into strength. You've got this, not because it's easy, but because you're ready. So, let today be the day you stop watching and start moving. See you in the next video. Stay strong, stay independent, and as always, stay healthy.